There's a lot of things that can go wrong when you're buying a new home, especially in a new area. Here in Gwinnett County, 60% of Gwinnett County is on a septic tank. And it is a very easy thing to overlook because it's out of sight, out of mind. A lot of people don't even know where their septic tank is, when it was last pumped, or how to maintain it. If you run into a problem with septic, it can mean time, money, and a mess. You're gonna wanna have it inspected. If you're not familiar with septic, here's some great information to go ahead and get you started and get you familiar with septic and how to use it, how to maintain it, and what to look out for. Hi, Jennifer Lewis here. I am with the infamous, now to me, James at All-in-One Septic. He actually saved an almost ugly transaction, and he is here to answer all questions septic. Woo-hoo! It's not that exciting. It's never something you want to deal with, but when you have to, it can be expensive. So James, tell me a little bit about septic and how many types are there, or what do you see mostly here in Georgia?
There are multiple different types of septic systems. By far, is what we are installing today is the best, the infiltrator panels.
Okay.
That is mostly what all counties require these days.
Okay.
But there is a total of 7 different systems.
Oh boy, 7.
And this is by far the most efficient and the most budget-friendly type of system.
How often does somebody have to pump a septic system?
So a state code is every 3 to 5 years.
3 to 5 years, 3 to 5 years. Some people
Very
go 5 to
important.
10 years. So if you're buying a house and they have no notes on having their septic pumped, that's a red flag, guys. Always have them take their with them.
Yes.
Sorry, that might get bleeped. How often do you typically have to change a septic system?
Usually every 18 to 25 years is when they go bad.
18 to 20.
With soil testing, it lasts a little bit longer because they know what soil is the best.
There's a different part of the septic. There's the tank and then there's the leach lines.
Correct.
And tell me a little bit how all that works.
The tank holds the solids and allows the effluent water
Okay.
to escape into the drain field.
Okay,
And the effluent water percolates into the soil,
okay.
and the soil actually removes the bacteria from that water.
Is septic better than sewer? Is there a better, worse than?
Septic, in my opinion, is better.
Okay.
It saves you a lot of money in the end. Sewer is always an issue. We have a lot of clients that continuously have issues out of sewer.
What problems are there with sewer?
Where the county taps in at, those connection points come loose,
Okay.
and then they're talking a big chunk of money to repair that.
Tree roots can cause problems in
Correct.
septic. So how does someone manage that?
You can either remove the trees,
Okay.
or you can add chemical treatments to that tank that will actually dissolve the roots within your system.
Dissolve the roots.
It will not
within-
kill the tree, but it will dissolve the roots.
What are 3 things that you would advise a new buyer who's not familiar with septic?
Definitely have a inspection prior to the purchase.
Inspection.
And as soon as that happens, you'll know exactly what's needed after that.
Okay.
Repairs, pumping, maintenance. Other than that, general landscaping. Always know your location of your system.
Always,
A
okay.
lot of homeowners add additions on top, or driveways on top,
Whoops.
patios on top.
Whoops.
And that is a costly mistake.
What's one thing you're not supposed to put in down your septic?
Grease.
So no grease in your sink when
Correct.
you're cleaning, okay?
Correct. And a lot of people don't realize your shampoos and conditioners and your underarm deodorant, mainly women's lotions that smell good, has more grease than the average food you cook with. So when you shower, that grease goes down the drain. So it's always good to do a chemical treatment to help break the grease down and
How often?
prevent it.
How often should you chemical?
I recommend every time you pump.
Every time you pump,
Yeah.
chemical
And
treatment.
chemical
Okay.
treatment's only $300.
And one thing that I learned here with James is you need to have a certain size tank for a garbage disposal.
Correct. If you have a 3-bedroom or smaller, it's a 1,000-gallon tank.
Okay.
If you want a garbage disposal, the state automatically ups it to a 1,500-gallon tank.
Okay. Let's say you have a 5-bedroom house. Do you have to have a bigger tank?
You do. You'll
Okay.
have a 1,500-gallon tank to a 1,000-gallon dosage tank.
Okay.
You have to
All
have
right.
2
So you
tanks.
can't just start adding bedrooms and bathrooms and think your septic tank is going to manage the load. That's a red flag. Oh, my other question was this. Should you be driving or building anything on your leach lines or septic tank?
No, and it is actually against state code to do that.
Okay. Hello, red flags, red flags. If you don't know about septic, call James or myself and we will help you get it figured out. but don't be shy to ask questions, especially if you're not familiar with it. I have seen them a lot of septic tanks in housing tracts, which was very shocking to me because typically it's sewer and unconnected. So, all right, thanks,
Awesome.
James.
Absolutely.
Get going.
Let's do it.